So if you guys are just joining me, chances are you're a business owner, author, expert, or speaker, and you ultimately got into business for one of two reasons. The first is freedom. Freedom means different things to different people. But to boil it down, basically you want the time and the money to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with whomever you want to do it. Now the second reason is that you want to serve others with your unique talents and gifts, make a difference and an impact in people's lives. Now today I'm sharing with you the number one thing that every entrepreneur, business owner, author, expert, and speaker needs to focus on right now, and that's getting attention. And a 3-step plan that's actually going to help you achieve that and accelerate your authority, grow your business, your brand, and your income, serve more people, make a bigger impact in people's lives, and reach your personal definition of freedom much quicker. So if you have any questions for me, if you want to ask me anything about the content that I'm going through, feel free to type them in the chat. And I'm just going to quickly take a look and do some shout outs for anyone that's just quickly joined us. And Andy Lockwood's still leaving comments for me. And he's actually leaving comments for my mother as well. Barry's joined us. Hi, Barry. How are you? Quickly jumped on your live cast earlier today. Or was it yesterday? Not exactly sure. Erwin's joined us as well. And Andy indicated that he's a hot audience. And I'll just leave that one alone, and no comment there. But remember, regardless of what business you're in the media. You're a media company first and foremost. Then you do your regular business. So you're a media business / author. You're a media business / real estate agent. So you're a media business first, because attention is the number one thing that you need to focus on right now to build your brand, grow your business, and accelerate your authority. Now, in order to get attention for your business, I put together this 3-step plan to get attention in your marketplace that's really going to accelerate your authority. So step number 2 to the 3-step plan is to repurpose your live video for multiple uses. So there's a reason why step number 1 was creating live video. And the major reason is because you can repurpose that live video so many different ways that it's going to enable you to create a lot of different mediums, a lot of different content in different forms. I'm just going to go through a few of those right now. So once you've completed with the live video, then you can actually send it out and get it transcribed, which means someone's going to actually listen to the video and type out all the words for you. So everything that's said on the video gets transcribed into a Word document. So that transcription can then be used to get put together, and maybe you're going to create a book out of it, and you have a strategy to get that book to a #1 bestseller. That is one of the easiest ways to actually to write a book, is to repurpose content that you've already created. So step number 1 is doing the live video. Step number 2 is transcribing it and using it for a book. Now, you can also take those transcriptions and use them for creating blogs, but not just your basic informative blog. What you want to do is you want to create blogs that are designed to get the reader to take some sort of action. So within the blog itself, you want to embed links where people can click on them for more information about that specific thing that they're reading about at that point in time. Maybe it takes them to a video, or maybe it takes them to an opt-in where you're going to capture their name and their email address and to receive some more information. Because people that are reading the blogs, they're more, they're a warmer audience already, because they feel that you're delivering them value. And by just embedding the links into the actual blog content itself, it doesn't come across that you're pushy or you're all you want is their name and email address. They feel that you're generally giving them value, and they're a lot more open to actually clicking on those links and downloading some more information, exchanging their name and their email address to get that more information. Now, what you can also do with from the live video is after it's done, obviously there's a recording of it, so you can take the live video and you can edit it and turn it into a video podcast. So because it's live, there's some things that you might want to cut out, like my references to Andy Lockwood every time that he's on my show. I definitely want to cut those out of any video podcast I do. But you may mess up, you may stumble on some words, or there may be long gaps where you're not saying anything, or some of your technology could fail, which has happened to me over the last 32 episodes. I've had some technology challenges, so a lot of that stuff you can edit it out. So what you want to do is you're editing the video to put together a nice tight video podcast, and then you're going to add the intro at the beginning, and then you'll get the bumper added at the end, the call to action. So taking the live video, or what was the live video, the raw footage of the live video, and editing down for a video podcast. And then what you can do is, once that video podcast is done, you can actually extract the audio from that and turn it into an audio podcast as well. So here from your live video, you've just actually created 2 different podcast channels, one video podcast channel, one audio podcast channel, from the same piece of content. And it's all aimed at your ideal target market. Now, another thing you can do with the recording of the live video is you can cut it up into multiple smaller clips, and you can make multiple video clips that are really used to drive home a specific point in a smaller time frame, in a shorter video. And one thing you'll notice that I do throughout my 1 hour episode is either, if I have a guest on, I'm constantly reintroducing my guest, because that's sort of a signal to the editor that between me reintroducing that guest and the time I reintroduce them again, I want that cut and to be one piece of content. So the reason why I will continue, or I'll go back to just say, if you're just joining me, and then go through that spiel again, is because that is, I've just finished up with one point, and before I get into the next point, I want to have a clear-cut place for the editors to actually edit the content. So from the live video, you can create multiple video clips that you can really use to drive home a specific point using short video. And then you can also create social posts from all of that repurposed content. So you can create some images used for the graphic sites such as Instagram or Pinterest, all designed to promote the content that you're creating. You can take little clips or a specific phrase that you say, or a quote that you say, and use that in maybe your Facebook posts or your Twitter posts. And it's all designed with the mindset of your ideal target market and what is their desired outcome and the benefits that they're looking for, keeping that in mind, but creating that social posts that's really going to get them to click on it and get sent back to your website, where they're actually going to consume the content that you're promising them. So once you have some of that repurposed content, then you really don't need to, and one thing you do is you don't need to wait for it all. So if you're doing a 1 hour video and you start to get the repurposed content, maybe you get pieces here and pieces there from your outsourcers, you don't need to wait till you get it all. So if you do 5 hours, over 5 weeks you do 5 hours, you don't got to wait till you get all the repurposed content for the entire 5 hours. Once you start getting the repurposed content in, then you start trickling it out, which I'm going to get into in the next step here. So once you have some of the repurposed content, don't wait for it all. Just go ahead and move on to step 3 of the 3-step plan to getting the attention.